I have bucked all the usual patient trends in MEN1, and one of the biggest questions I get asked is, what exactly did you do to lower your calcium levels? I've shared before that my calcium came within medically normal range last year, and my PTH fell too, without meds, without surgery. So today I want to walk you through exactly what I did beyond just drinking water. Because while hydration does help, there is more to it than just that. Let's start with electrolytes, since that came up directly in this question that I was asked recently. Personally, I used Element unflavoured electrolytes specifically because the flavoured ones contain stevia, and stevia is known to spike blood glucose in some people. I take my sachet about 1 to 2 hours after waking, 30 minutes before coffee, and around an hour before my exercise. The goal isn't really calcium specific, more to support mineral balance and hydration overall, which helps every part of my body work better. I also add Atlantic sea salt to all of my food. I nibble it throughout my fast. Again, not for calcium directly, but because sodium is essential in balancing other minerals like magnesium and potassium, which do support calcium regulation in the body. Now let's pause there, because in MEN1 we're not really talking about dietary calcium the way that most people are. It's not about how much calcium I eat or don't eat with dairy products. It's about how much calcium my body is producing, and that's being signaled by my parathyroid glands. That's why you'll often hear about calcium and PTH, which is parathyroid hormone, being measured together like they're linked. So what supports that process? Personally, I take vitamin D and magnesium taurate, not calcium supplements. Magnesium is one of those quiet miracle supplements that supports pretty much everything: nervous system, digestion, muscle function, and calcium balance too. All of this I do under a practitioner, and it's monitored through regular blood tests. I do not self-supplement at the moment. And the big one, I believe nervous system support is absolutely everything. You've probably heard me say it before. Stress dysregulates every single system in the body, especially the endocrine system. And here's what I found in my own case. When I was flaring up, I wasn't always feeling stressed, but the behaviors I was acting out of, like control, fear, and overthinking, those were all activating my stress response without my even realizing it. So that's why I've built daily practices that support my regulation, like yoga, meditation, ballet, strength training, journaling, somatic exercises, deep parts work, just to shift some of those patterns that were holding me in a state of disease. I said in a recent video, if we're doing all the right things, but we're not getting results, it's often because the energy behind that action hasn't shifted. Electrolytes or glass bottle water alone is not going to shift that internal state. Since working with my functional medicine doctor, every piece of my blood work and my scans has improved. My hospital consultant has even confirmed that this is likely linked to the changes I've made in my diet and fasting protocols. So yes, there are tangible things I did, but more importantly, there's a different energy I now bring to my healing. If you want to see exactly what I'm doing to lower my calcium and improve my results generally, without meds and without surgery, I've put it all into a free guide, and you can get it via the link in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week in the video.